Oh, yes, guys and girls, welcome back to another episode. Myself, Luke. So I hope you had a fantastic weekend. So the Bitcoin halving has happened. What does that mean for Bitcoin? Short term, long term? We'll stick to the very end, and we're going to look at that in just a second. I'm going to give you the short term and the long term prices in just a moment. So one tweet just to start the show off. I thought this was quite interesting about the halving. It was on Ivan on Tech Show. I saw this on Twitter as well. How scarce now. I mean, you just have to look at the comic strip and you'll understand the value of Bitcoin and how scarce it's going straight, fresh from the mine, Bitcoin, and of course, hardly anything left due to the halving. So the halving just happened early hours of Saturday morning, late Friday night, or wherever you are. I know here in Europe it was early hours of Saturday morning. So now Bitcoin has become a lot scarce and in the long term extremely valuable. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys and girls. Just going over to CoinMarketCap. I've just been looking at the gaming tokens, as I believe gaming and AI will be the narrative of the market this time around. The fear and greed index, we're at 62. Just last week we were in the 50s. Now we're back at 62. And crypto bubbles, the coins, I mean, right across the board, I think we are in the green for the start of this week. And that's due to probably the halving event that's just happened. Nothing insane happened just after the halving, as we'll see with Bitcoin in just a second. And that's probably the reason why altcoins are having a little altcoin rally at this moment, because Bitcoin still can't decide what to do. So if you're in your, just some quick tips for altcoins. If you're in altcoins, then again, not financial advice, just keep dollar cost averaging into, it's probably the safest thing to do, into your positions. And like I just said, I believe especially gaming and AI will be the narrative of this cycle this time around. I do believe if you stick to one niche or maybe two, of course you do what you got to do. Make sure to do research on whatever you're buying, but I do think that gaming and AI will be the narrative of this bull run, especially when Bitcoin travels up to that six-figure mark at the end of this year. So that's that for altcoins. I'm going to go into altcoins a little bit more later this week, maybe into next week, looking at gaming and AI, especially in gaming, as I'm highly into that. So we'll look at that together and look at what I'm buying and what I'm dollar cost averaging into. So in terms of the market, we're going to look at the TA in just a second. Just going over to the Bitcoin dominance, we're still at 55%, which is not good for the altcoins. Just a few weeks ago, we were all the way at 57%. I believe we were at 57%. Yeah, we were all the way up at 57%, which wasn't good. Altcoins started bleeding out, as we saw over the last week or so. But we still need to go down below 50%, going into the 40% range, which would be phenomenal for altcoins, the altcoin space. If the Bitcoin dominance drops by more than 5%, going into 10%, I don't see it dropping more than 10%, maybe maximum 43-44% in dominance. Then expect a massive altcoin season. We've had altcoin rallies already this year, but we haven't had that massive altcoin season, and that will only happen when the Bitcoin dominance drops, which it's good for altcoins. I mean, as long as the Bitcoin dominance is high, then you just got to keep dollar cost averaging into your altcoin positions while the altcoins are relatively low, and you'll see later this year your altcoins absolutely explode, especially if Bitcoin remains boring, or we pump up to new all-time highs and we go to that six-figure Bitcoin. So just looking over at the halvings, I'm going to just highlight the last three halvings and what it could mean for this halving that we've just experienced. So the first halving was back in November 2011. I think it was like the 28th of November 2012. Sorry, did I say 2011? I think it was 2012. It was 2012, yeah. And as you can see, as soon as we had that halving, we had that parabolic move to the upside, cycle bottom, cycle repeats. Then in 2016, I believe it was the July 2016, halving happens, parabolic move up until early 2018, the end of 2017, December, when we had that blow off top around $19,000-$20,000. And then, of course, 4 years ago, back in May, I think it was May the 11th, we did have that Black Swan event in the March due to the pandemic. But May the 11th, we had the halving, and then we had that parabolic ride all the way to 67k. We had that double top and the cycle repeat. So just looking at the previous last 3 cycles, they're pretty much rhymed. Of course, they've been different in their own way, but the point is, after each Bitcoin halving, we have that 1 year, just over 1 year bull run to the upside. So could we be seeing this right now in Bitcoin? We've just passed the halving, which is represented by the blue line. Go back to last year, we had that 65% drop due to the Black Swan event, halving, and then boom. And the first 2 halvings were similar. So right now, we've gone past the halving. So where are we heading to next? Are we going to go back lower to these prices? It's a possibility. I have no idea. Bitcoin does what it wants. Big institutions could just dump the market today, tomorrow, and we come crashing back down. But if that happens, I believe if we do have a huge sell-off to these levels, it's probably manipulation. Huge sell-off with the big institutions, they buy back in cheaper, and there'll be a huge V-shaped recovery, and then it's, well, anybody's guess, beyond 100,000. So just get ready for the, in my opinion, not financial advice, of course, get ready for the pullback if there's one. If not, then you just keep dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, into altcoins. That's the best thing, while Bitcoin remains stable. I mean, it's pretty boring if we go to the day now. We've been traveling sideways since February, so a good 2 months. We've just been going sideways, and so yeah, could this be a dead cat bounce where we just roll straight over? We see that market manipulation come in, and then we have that huge V-shaped recovery. If that happens, you've got to get ready, because if we do come down to these levels here or here on the Fibonacci, we have that V-shape recovery, and then, in my opinion, it's off to the race. It's anyone's guess after 100k, and I'm convinced that we're going to see 100k and beyond Bitcoin this cycle. So again, let me know in the comments what you think. If you think we're going to come down, if you think institutions are going to dump the market a lot lower, or you think that's it, the halving's happened and now we're going straight beyond 100k and it's only up from now with some pullback. So just bearing in mind, the pullback we've had so far is already 20% from the local top back in February, and we're down 19-20%. So that was back in March 14th. So we've already pulled back 20%, which is normal. In a bull run, we do drop 20 to 30%, sometimes 35% on the way up. So could this be the pullback we've been waiting for? Well, time will tell. One thing that we do need, we need Bitcoin to go above, if we're going to reverse at the 67, I'm going to say 68k, I'm going to put it out there. So we need Bitcoin to go above this level and pump with sufficient volume for us to have that reversal, and then we can start talking about going back to the all-time high and beyond. If we get rejected at this, if we don't even reach it and we roll over, then I do expect us to go a lot lower and break below the 60k, back down to, first of all, this Fibonacci retracement at 51k. So that's just for you to keep in mind. I do expect us to roll over if we don't break 800 level, or let's just say 68k with sufficient volume. Then we're probably going to roll over and come back down to the first level of this Fibonacci retracement of $51,477. So, which is not bad. I mean, it's healthy for the market to have that correction. That could be the manipulation where I've been talking about. And then you just set your buy orders. You can go on Bybit, Bitflex. The descriptions are in the links. The links are in the description below, so you can go there, sign up to Bitflex or Bybit if you want to go long, if you want to go short, and trade this if you want to do like a swing long position on low leverage, of course, and set your stop losses. Be careful. Have a risk management, of course, of 1%. You don't want to lose more than 1%, even 0.5% is good if you're trading. So as Bitcoin goes sideways, then altcoins should have their rallies again, which is good for the altcoin space. But just short term, yeah, I do expect, if we don't go above this level, then to roll back over. And just looking at a potential bull flag for those that are interested in day trading. It's not the best drawing in the world, but I'll do this. We do have this bull flag here that I've been analyzing just before I started this video. Let's just copy and paste, and this would give us a price target of, if we do break this, around 92,000 US dollars. So we do have this bull flag, in my opinion. You just have to wait for the breakout. So again, if you're going to trade this bull flag, it's quite high at 92k. The best thing to do, in my opinion, again, not financial advice, is to wait for us to break that. You can either wait for this support, this resistance, sorry, just here on top of the bull flag, and then put a trade in here at 72k. In my opinion, I would put a trade around above the all-time high at 75k, because you'd still make, if you put that trade in at 75k, that is still a 20% rise. And I think it's safer to put the trade in at this price, because then we've smashed through the last all-time high, and then it's anyone's guess where we're going, and the bull flag indicates that we could go to $92,000. So right now we have to break past these levels first. So we've got 3 clear resistance levels before, in my opinion, before you put a trade in, and it's probably safer to put a trade in there, but you do as you want to do, as you wish. But that's just something for the short term. For those that want to go long, again, you can go short if you want. If we break the trend line down here at 60k, if we do break that, then I do expect us to come down to the level of 51,000, which would be a 13% move before we hit that support level. So again, let me know in the comment section below. That's just some basic TA there for you guys and girls. I think that's pretty much it for today's episode. Let me just go over. Yeah, we've gone through this Bitcoin halving, the comic strip of the halving, altcoins, etc. We're going to go over AI and gaming for sure, and that's pretty much it for today's episode, guys and girls. So in a nutshell, a lot of things to look forward to this year. It's very exciting after the halving. If this is the first time you're in it, the halving event has passed, and usually 1 year after the halving, it's absolutely phenomenal. So buckle up, get ready for the ride. You're going to enjoy it. Let me know what altcoins you're in at the moment. If any questions as well about altcoins, let me know, and anything about the Bitcoin TA. So thanks guys and girls for sticking around to the end. Have a great Monday, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye bye.